Okay, hello everyone. We're from Home Group 3, and today we're going to discuss about the interrelation among subtopics and discourse. My name is Mekana Sutanto, and here are my fellow friends, Syafri Muhammad Hawari and Devin Raditya. Okay, next. Okay, to begin with, we start with the introduction. So the topics that we've learned is talking about the working system of the nature where we live that explains all about the Earth systems, including the subtopics of the atmosphere, structure, characteristic, biodiversity, biogeography, and the balance itself. So basically, it talks about all of the Earth system in details. Okay, so next. The topics is related with the discourse given in the last session that has a title of Man is the Keeper of the Earth that also discuss about the Earth itself. And the difference is the article of the discourse provide the detailed information about the Earth itself and how human manage and keep the sustainability of the Earth, including the problems that are occurring in the present days. Next.
Okay, so the important points in this topic is Indonesia basically is the largest archipelago country in the world, which has no less than 17,500 islands with an area of 4,500 kilometers square. And that's why Indonesia has a high biodiversity. And Indonesia is also known to have a wealth of high species, including the rich variation and the uniqueness of genus of all the species, as well as having a diversity of ecosystems as organisms. And in biographically, the Indonesian archipelago is divided into two regions, namely Indo-Malaya and Australia, and among them is the Wallacea region. The formation of these two areas, as mentioned in theory, is a result of a tectonic plate shift that is the background of the diversity of living things that exist in Indonesia. Both animals and plants, including the diversity of humans. And to support the welfare of living things, including humans who live in Indonesia, therefore, it's a logical consequence for people living in Indonesia to recognize and understand all of them, and then to sustainably manage them so that all human needs are fulfilled and prosperity is achieved. Okay, the interrelation among the discourse the theories and the topic is Indonesian was united in one island in the past. However, it eventually split because of volcanic and tectonic activity. And it can be understood that the structure of Indonesian land, Indonesian biography, Indonesian biodiversity have a difference between each other. The additional population of humans on Earth and the exponential growth that our human population is going through was affecting the carrying capacity of the Earth. This indicates that the more human population, the more energy that must be consumed. Energy that is taken and utilized by humans from within the Earth's surface is exploited continuously, which will run out. Thus, it can cause environmental damage, which affect the surrounding environment, which has been inhabited by trees, some animals, and also the other diversity. However, the energies needed at this time can actually be taken from the renewable sources, such as water, wind, the sun, tides, biomass, and geothermal. These energies can be utilized without damaging the existing ecosystem. With a good and beautiful ecosystem, all creatures that live on the surface of this earth can be satisfied because their environment is not damaged.
Okay, so we'll move on to the group reflection. And it is collective and individual responsibility to preserve and care to the world in which all we live. And as the anonymous says that we should take care of the earth and she will take care of you. So that if we're not the one who's take care of the earth, so who else will do our job? And we also quote from the last paragraph in the discourse that says we cannot be silenced because sooner or later we'll be affected. And clearly we need to understand this nature in order to manage it properly and ultimately avoid the destruction of the earth. disaster that may occur from the natural. Basically, the job to preserve the earth and maintaining for the sustainability of the earth itself. Next. Okay, so we come to the conclusion that we agree that the environment is an essential part of human survival, and we also conclude several reasons why we should be concerned about the earth. And firstly is because the earth is warming, and for the sake of our children and our future, we must do more to combat climate change. And yes, it is true that no single event makes it rain, and now it is possible to ignore that. And secondly, the subtopic of biodiversity that we have been learned is very important, as the biodiversity refers to the variety of plant, animals, and other living things in our world, and it can be negatively influenced by habitat loss and degradation due to human activity, climate change, and pollution, and among the other things. And the third reason is the earth is our home, and it is where we live, so we better take care of it. And for sure, we could be a better person if we help with the small things for our home that we live, for sure. And this is the planet that only we have now. So lastly, in our conclusion, in each of us, if each of us can be more conscious of our environmental issues and willing to take some simple steps to save the planet, we can make a huge contribution. Okay, so that's all from us. Thank you for listening.